Bubba's Fabrication here. We've got some 6-liter glow plugs. This applies to pretty much any glow plugs actually. But we're going to be testing them to see which ones are faulty and which ones are working. One thing to test is if they're working, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're working well, but we can check for continuity. So there's a couple things here that you can look for. So we've got a voltmeter and we're checking for continuity. A lot of voltmeters that are newer, you can actually hear a beep, so you don't have to look at the screen itself. And the way to check that you're in the right mode is you can touch these together and you can hear that beep. And then you can check, if you come over here, you can look at the screen to check the continuity here. So like this one, it's about 0.5 is full continuity basically. Okay, so we're gonna make sure that your voltmeter is set to the right setting. A lot of them that are new will beep, so you can just touch these together and you'll hear the beep. That means that you're in the right setting. So this glow plug here just so happens to be relatively okay, and the way that you can check that is these are DC, so you can check it either way, but you take one of your leads and you can put it right to where there's a couple places you can put it. You can put it to the threads right here, or you can put it up towards the actual hex head that you pull it out of the block with, or the head. The other one is you're going to touch it right on the tip, and this is right here where the threads are is where it grounds typically inside the block, and then up here is where it's going to actually, your hot wire is going to be running to, and that's where your harness connects. So either way you can check it. If you hear that beep, that means that your glow plug is working somewhat. Doesn't mean that it's good, but it means that it's working. Now if you go to one that's not working, we're going to do the same thing here, and you're going to, these two are bad, and you can check these. And whichever way that I test it, we're doing the same thing here. You're not getting a beep, and that glow plug is bad, it's broken. Same thing with this one here. Nothing, but we can test these. We've already tested them, they're good. We're gonna do the same thing, and you're gonna get the beep out of it, every single one of them. So that means that they're working to some degree if you get the beep, or if you're showing anything on your voltmeter screen. So we can turn that off, and this is kind of like a cool little science experiment that you can do. Don't sue me, bro. I'm not recommending that you do this. I'm just showing you a cool little test. So here, we're gonna hook up the positive to the positive side. We've got just a Milwaukee 12-volt battery. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out which side's what. So we've got just 2 wires here. We're gonna hook them up. And then we're gonna take our ground wire to our threads, and we're gonna take our hot wire up here where the hot wire would go. Let me set this up for sparks to start flying. And then if you look at the tip here, you're definitely gonna be able to tell that this glow plug is working. See, it takes a minute, but you can see that cherry red and smoking. So that's how you can test your glow plugs. This one probably has over 100,000 miles on it, so it's probably not in great shape, but it's doing something. These glow plugs were to the point where my truck wasn't even starting if it was like below 40 degrees out. And the new glow plugs, without a hitch, starts right up. So just wanted to share that with you guys and give you a little helpful tips. You can also troubleshoot these inside the truck. What you can do is take your voltmeter and pull your glow plug harness apart. When you unplug the glow plug harness, they're actually on top of the valve covers for the left and the right bank. And what you can do is you can ground one of your ground wires to the block, or just ground it somewhere on the truck. And then you can take, if you have a voltmeter that has some sharp points, you can actually go in the glow plug side of the harness, and you can check each one of the glow plugs in that side, and if you're not getting continuity between them, you've got an issue that you need to look into. And you can find glow plug wiring diagrams online, and you can actually figure out which glow plug it is. But likely, if you have a glow plug issue on either bank, it's probably good to replace them all. If you're going to replace one of them, you're right there. So if you guys, if this helps you, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.